According to the International Cities of Peace, every community has a legacy of peace, whether it is by a historic event or by a local peace hero or groups who have contributed to their citizens' safety, prosperity, and quality of life.
Anitele, Anisoma, salut, Yamo.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Rojbash.
وقت شما بخیر.
بودانی kunjani.
Shalom.
Salam alaikum, marhaban.
Wir sind Our Voices.
Our voice.
Our voice.
Our voices.
Our Voices podcast. My name is Bantu Mtshiselwa, and you are listening to Our Voices podcast. The year 2023 marks 375 years since the Peace of Westphalia was proclaimed on the 25th of October in the year 1648. That took place at the City Hall downtown Osnabrück, with the peace treaty signed the day before in Münster. This event making both these cities instruments of peace in ending the 30 years of war. To commemorate this jubilee, the city of Osnabrück and the city of Münster have planned variety of activities to mark this significant moment in history. For this episode, we also talked to a few people about what peace means to them, and this is what they had to say.
Frieden bedeutet für mich, mit meiner Vergangenheit und der Gegenwart Frieden geschlossen zu haben und mich selbst zu lieben. Also der interne Frieden, aber Frieden bedeutet für mich auch Gerechtigkeit, Frieden in zwischenmenschlichen Beziehungen, Frieden in der Gesellschaft, in der Politik, in globalen Beziehungen. Frieden bedeutet auch keine Ausbeutung, keine Bevölkerung, keine Staaten auszubeuten, sodass auch alle Menschen in Frieden leben können.
Ja, Frieden für mich als Person ist wirklich schwierig zu definieren, weil es definitiv mehr als nur eine bloße Abwesenheit von Krieg bedeutet. Frieden ist, glaube ich, ein Gefühl von Freiheit und einer gewissen Unbelastetheit, einer Gelassenheit, einer Zuversichtlichkeit für die Zukunft, die im Moment, trotzdem wir hier gerade ein Friedensjahr feiern in Osnabrück, die schwierig umzusetzen ist, das mich doch persönlich belastet, wenn man jeden Tag irgendwie die News liest und mitbekommt, dass wir uns gerade in einer Zeit befinden von wirklich maximal politischer Unsicherheit. Überall gibt es Konflikte, das hat es immer schon gegeben, aber es belastet mich persönlich, dass ich weiß, dass quasi vor unserer Haustür in Europa ein Krieg herrscht und dass es auch noch andere Länder auf der Welt gibt, bei denen es wirklich politisch instabile Konstellationen gibt, die sehr konfliktbelastet sind und die uns hier auch ziemlich schnell erreichen können, da wir in einer Welt von Globalisierung leben. Und auch während der Corona-Krise hat man mitbekommen, dass wenn es irgendwo an einer Stelle ein Problem gibt, dass sofort quasi die ganze Welt davon in irgendeiner Art und Weise betroffen wird.
A lot of times we tend to exclude children in such conversations, forgetting that they are the future. So I took some time to ask my own son, Luis, what peace means to him, and this is what he had to say.
Freude, Gesundheit, finde Freunde, eine Familie und dann noch Spaß haben.
As an African immigrant in Germany, what does peace mean to you as a human being and also in the society that is the German society?
If I say this, it will sound very spiritual for most people.
Yeah.
But I've learned at my age, I've learned that there's nothing that's outside yourself.
Yes.
The peace is in me, and it's always in me. And of course, you want to find it outside, but I think it's very important first to find it within you, and then export it or transport it or extend it to the outside. Peace is also I think it's a very difficult thing because there's no peace without freedom.
That's true.
And Germany for immigrants, it's a very, very hard country. It's really a very hard country to get the freedom that you want, the freedom to do the job that you want to do or the job you've learned and worked so hard for to get, and even to live in the place you want to live, to cultivate the kind of activities that you'd want to have as a Black person in white space. It's very hard. And without this freedom, it's very, very hard to have peace. What we've done or what I've discovered helps me personally is getting together with my community.
Okay.
I have friends who are mostly within the African community. And when we get together and have tea, have coffee together and talk, we have the same experiences and we can kind of strengthen each other through this kind of, cafe chat. Yes. But first you have to have the peace in you, I think. I mean, that's what I've discovered. Because I spent a lot of time in my youth, or when I first came here, trying so hard to change things. And today I kind of know not to fight too much, but to be present where I can make a change.
A difference.
Like for me, being in school in this color, in this body, with my hair the way it is, that is for me a political statement. And to be there, I have to fight every day. I fight the teachers, fight the system, fight the kids who are saying, "Oh, you're Black, how can you be a teacher?" So I hear that every day. By being there, I think I'm making an impact.
Wow. I know.
Making an impact without having to fight too hard.
Yeah. And talking on this peace treaty and celebrating this jubilee of 375 anniversary, what real changes that both the cities of Münster and Osnabrück can really impact on immigrants without just saying we are celebrating a jubilee of the peace treaty? What is the real thing that you would like to see changing for immigrants?
I would like the immigrant to sit at the table, because we never have a seat at the big tables. We usually end up making our own because we are never invited in the big one. We had a big scandal here about 2 years ago when they had on the television, a normal free cable television, they had a debate about immigrants and the life they live in Germany. And they were all white people, all German, born German, without any immigrants who was there to talk about their experience.
Yes.
And the German was criticized for that very, very much. But they still haven't learned. There are no changes yet. And I was at the doctor a few minutes ago, and I was looking through the magazine. You know this magazine you find at the doctors?
Yes.
And everyone is white, and you have a black they're enough prominent Black Germans. But if you have a picture of them, it's just like a little circle somewhere, and you never see any black faces. So you're still not, there's a lot of fight from the society against inviting the immigrants on these tables.
So what I'm getting from you, for you, peace means that being in peace with yourself, and there's no peace without freedom.
I don't think
also, on top of that, immigrants have to be called into the table of decision-making tables. There can never be decisions made without us.
They have been, and even now they are still going on, decisions that are made behind your back because you're not on those tables and you're not invited. You don't have a place. But what I've seen is people have given up and they're not starting their own table. But that will then continue this parallel Gesellschaft, this parallel society community that everyone is against. But if you're not ready to get an empty seat, to give a chair to the community or to the different communities, then they're going to make their own tables. We see that with the Turkish society. They've made their own culture. They made their own table.
And they comfortable
And then
with
how
that.
do you ever integrate with the Germans? And
Wow.
maybe that's what we need to do.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Wow. I wish we could talk longer. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time and also
Welcome. I'm
giving
so
me
happy.
part of your heart as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I wish we could have talked longer, but of course we'll see each other, and I hope we do another
Interview.
Osnabrück or Münster
Yes,
get together soon.
definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and have a good night.
I'll go on listening.
Okay.
You let me.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And have a
thank
good
you.
night.
Bye.
And that was Tammy, all the way from Kenya, talking about what peace means to her. It is important for us to bring more immigrants, especially professionals who are in Germany, so that we can have a lot of representation in terms of people that we see that look like us. That's how a cohesive society is built. I hope you got some time to reflect and ask yourself the same question of what peace means to you. So please come and journey with me as I discover what peace means in the contemporary society and what peace means for the people of Osnabrück, especially those with a migration and refugee background. For peace is more than the absence of war. Join me on the next episode as we focus more on the topic of peace.
Arrivederci e alla prossima volta.
Masihlangane kwelizayo.
بمینن بخیر و خوشی هتا جارکا دین.
ام به او امیشن وره.
خدا نگهدار تا بعد.
Görüşmek üzere, hoşça kal.
ايه ليتراوت.
مع السلامة. نراكم في المرة القادمة.
До побачення, до наступного разу.